Olamide's face twisted in frustration as he throws his hands in the air. His tattered, pepper-stained shirt and dirt-smeared jeans are on full display, highlighting the aftermath of his ordeal. Eshu eyed him before he said, "What? I'm not walking home looking like this. Neither do I have money to take a bus." He snapped, gesturing at his pepper-stained shirt and dirt-smeared jeans. "Can't you just, I don't know, teleport me or something?" Eshu tilted his head, his grin widening. "Teleport? Do I look like an Okada driver to you, bridge boy?" "No freebies here." Olamide's eyes narrowed. "You call this free? I almost got turned into suya in your market, and you stood there laughing." Eshu chuckled, inspecting his fingernails like he had all the time in the world. "If I didn't laugh, who would? Your life is like a Nollywood drama, comedy edition." Olamide clenched his jaw, biting back a retort. "Fine, I'll just leave." "Not so fast," Eshu said, stepping in front of him with an exaggerated flair. "You've been running around like a headless chicken all day. Let me make this simple. You don't need to look for the plant now. You can grow it with the pendant." With a flick of his wrist, a plant materialized in mid-air, its leaves glowing faintly. Olamide snatched the plant from Eshu's hand, smiling a little. Eshu laughed, the sound echoing with mischief. "You can say thank you by going to my shrine to dance, okay?" Olamide shot him a withering glare, but said nothing, clutching the plant alongside the pendant. "Now, run along," Eshu added, waving him off like a bird king. "Save the child, impress the landlord, and try not to embarrass yourself too much." Again. Olamide didn't dignify that with a response. He turned and stormed off, muttering curses under his breath. As he walked away, Eshu's laughter followed him, a mocking echo that only added to his growing headache. Olamide's journey to Mr. Oke's house felt heavy, with each step serving as a reminder of the ridiculousness of the day. Funny creatures, frozen vendors, and Eshu's presence. By the time he reached the compound, he was drenched in sweat and ready to collapse. But Mr. Oke was at the gate, facing, expecting him. He led Olamide to his son, Jide's room. Olamide stared and placed the pot plant on the pendant. As instructed by the gods, both objects glowed as if activated like electricity. The hum began again from the pendant. It was faint but unmistakable, like a whisper in the stillness. From the pot plant, a green shoot emerged, growing rapidly until it unfurled into a brilliant plant, its leaves shimmering as though kissed by sunlight. Olamide stared in awe, his breath itching. This was it. With trembling hands, he plucked the plant and rushed next door to his landlord's apartment. Olamide, without a word, knelt beside the boy and placed the plant in his hand. He whispered the words Oshun had guided him to repeat, his voice soft but steady. The transformation was immediate. The boy's color returned and his breathing steadied. Mr. Oke dropped to his knees, his gratitude pouring out in a stream of prayers and promises. Olamide barely registered it, the weight of the day crashing over him like a wave. He muttered something about rest and stumbled back towards his house. When Olamide opened the door, he froze. He should lounge on his bed like a king surveying his kingdom, one leg draped casually over the other. His smirk was as infuriating as ever. "You are back. Do you think it would have been nice to take a picture during the fight that happened earlier and add it on, what do you call it?" Eshu asked, his tone deceptively casual. Olamide sighed deeply, slumping against the wall. "I remember now," Eshu continued, snapping his fingers as if recalling a great revelation. "It's called social media. No worries. I will be too photogenic. Everyone will want me. I can't risk humans falling in love with me." Olamide stared at him, his exhaustion battling the growing realization that his day was far from over.